might put them in a space of looking a little ridiculous.
Okay, we ready?
It ain't nothing to me. Young Tom Hardy with the movies. Act out smoothly, Mickey for the goofies.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, if we don't know each other already, and I've been working on a series of videos as the year draws to a close, and the videos are about just getting the most out of this last bit of 2019 so that you go into 2020 feeling productive and ready to start the new year strong. Every year before this, I've always given up on all structure and discipline in my life at the end of the year, and it leaves me feeling really bad at the start of the year. I just feel behind the 8 ball, and so decided to try something different after 40 years of life. The first week started off with health, which I've continued on with, and here's a little update. I'm wrapped in a sweaty towel right now, and that's how you know I grew up with brothers and no sisters. So today was a really, really good day at yoga. I felt for the first time really strong. And it wasn't that I got all of the postures even close to ideal, but it was just in all of my yoga classes prior to this, all I can think about is how hot it is and trying not to freak out, because your breathing just gets you just start to freak out and breathe too fast, and you have to spend all of your time settling your mind down and telling your mind you're okay, it's 1,000 degrees and you're exercising, but it's fine, you're not gonna die. So today I didn't do that, and that was very good. I just felt like I was enjoying the poses and just feeling the practice. It was good, good, good. So that's all I have to say. I really didn't think I was going to get to the point where I was strong enough to enjoy these classes, especially if I just had a month to do them, but here we are. I'm not done yet, and I'm enjoying it so much. And this makes me so motivated to just go more, because I just got a lot out of the class. My mind feels really clear, and my body feels strong, and I feel less like my body is in control of me and more like I'm in control of my body. This past week, I've been working on my relationships. I particularly wanted to work on my relationship with my husband, which was a little problematic being that he worked almost every day. And then the one day that he was off, I felt bad. My husband and I have had plans 2 weekends in a row. They were both canceled because he was sick and then he was at work. Now here's another night, and I feel horrible. I'm debating about whether to tell him I just can't do it or to just give it my best shot. I don't know. I just feel like there's so few opportunities to spend time. I should just go ahead and seize it, and I think that's what I'll do. But I'm so... I feel like I made the most of it. I didn't capture any footage of the Christmas party, but it was so nice to meet some of the people that my husband worked with that I had never met before, and it was fun for him to just be with his work colleagues outside of the hospital. So I know he had a really good time. And then the drive there was an hour, the drive back was an hour. So that was a really good time for us to talk as well. So I think the moral of the story is, if you have a partner, capitalize on whatever time you have whenever you can, because I feel like many of us don't have a lot of date nights or times when the kids are going to be taken care of so we can go out and just make it about us. The time's never just perfect, I guess is what I'm saying. I also practice being really intentional with the kids. I spend time with them every day. If they're in school, I see them as soon as they get out, and we're together all day. If they're out of school, we're together all day. So I spend a lot of physical time with them, but I'm always convicted that I'm not spending enough mental time with them, just being very, very present and enjoying the moment. So that's what I really focused on. And I would say parents in general tend to want to bring their kids along with what the parent is doing. I know that I'm guilty of that a lot. If I'm doing something, I'll want them to get involved in that. And it's not as much the other way around, which is a shame because kids really teach us how to have a lot of joy. So my first takeaway is allow your kids to lead you. It makes them feel so special and respected when they ask you to do something and you go for it and you don't try to make it yours. You just come right down to their level and focus on what they want to do and let them lead that interaction. The second thing I would say is don't be afraid to be silly, because younger kids especially are going to be silly. It is going to be good for you. And I think parents have a habit of not wanting to do things that are messy and not wanting to do things that are too silly and that might put them in a space of looking a little ridiculous.
Okay, we ready? I can do that over him again.
Sure can.
But if you let go of the silly pretenses that we have of like looking put together, you're gonna have a lot of fun. The third thing that I would say is in these encounters, try to put your phone down. I've spoken to multiple children and heard multiple kids comment on the fact that parents spend a lot of time on their phones, and it's true. And that's totally okay. We all have times that we have to do that. However, when it's time to spend quality time with your kids, put your phone down. Don't let them catch you checking it every few minutes. Just put it away. Give them that attention and it makes them feel really cherished. For those of you who have teenagers or adult children, those rules pretty much apply. Really go to their level. I think it's a struggle, especially in regards to what the conversation is, because for instance, my older daughter will start talking about something. If she's having a problem, I'll want to fix it because I'm her mom and I love her and I want everything to be okay for her. But that's not what she wants. You and I know that if we're trying to express something to someone in our life, we don't want them to fix it. We want them to listen. The other thing that I would say is don't wait until you think that the timing is perfect. Sometimes your kids are going to ask you to do something and go ahead and do that spur of the moment thing. For instance, my oldest daughter, she nannies, and on one of the days that she nannies, she takes the kids to gymnastics, and it's like an hour and 15 minutes that she's just sitting there by herself, and she asked, "Do you want to come with me?" And so I did. And we weren't doing anything special, but we spent time together, and also it just showed her that I cared about her, that I wanted to come sit with her when she was sitting alone for over an hour. Kids are so wonderful because they don't care if you're not feeling good. They don't care if you're kind of a bummer. If you'll just show up for them and look them in the eyes and just let them talk or just kind of come to their world, it is going to be a blessing in your life. This week I'm focusing on dreams and goals that I have, and so I'll put up another video next week to tell you how that's going and any observations that I have from that. I hope that in some small way that these videos are inspiring to you. I get a lot of inspiration from solidarity, so I'm hoping that if you know I am over here working on my health, working on my relationships, working on dreams and goals, that you will really feel encouraged to do the same. I hope you're having an awesome week and that all of the holiday preparations aren't overwhelming you, that you're just having a good time and enjoying the moment. I'll see you next week. Bye.